My encounter with David. I received a friend request from David. He was wearing a doctor's scrubs in his profile picture, and I could clearly see it was a stolen picture of some random doctor. I messaged him first, though, if he still had his car for sale. I already knew it was a fake profile, and it ticked all the boxes. Doctor from one location, living in another, working for the United Nations, and I've seen the photo used on tons of fake online dating profiles. Well, Dr. David played along right away and said, yes, I'm still selling a car. So I told him, I will buy the car, but I only have $8,500 until April. David was okay with that and asked for my address so he can ship the car to me. I said, shipped? I live in your town. No need to ship it. David asked how I would pay, and I told him cash in person, of course, and I'll come tonight to get the car and pay for it. He told me okay, but he wouldn't be there tonight. You will see someone else, and he will give you everything about the car. I told him okay, and David asked me to pay for half the money now so he knows I'm serious. I told him okay, and told him that I can just wait until he's home and then go over and pay you in person. David said no to prepay for half of it now, as some people don't show up when they say they will. I told him that I had the deposit, and David said he had never gotten the money. I told him I already gave you 2,000. What are you talking about? So I told him, yes, you did. I handed it to you in your office. He asked me if I deposited it into his bank or cash. And I asked if this is Rodrigo. Remember? I gave you cash and you put it in your wallet. Clark was there too. Suddenly, David said he remembered. David asked if I meant if I would come and get the car myself, and I told him of course. And I told David that he said if someone bought it before that I came up with the whole 8,500, you would return my 2,000. And I told him I will wait until we're all in the office on Monday to sort this. David said suddenly that someone had messaged him about the car and that they would buy it for 10 grand, and that's why I need to hurry and buy it right now. I told him okay, then sell it. I don't want it. David said no. I was the first to approach him about the car and he'll sell it to me, but I told him no. If you sell it, just give me my $2,000 back. You do what you need to do. David said he wants me to make a deposit of 1 grand so I can show that the person is proof of payment that the car was sold. I told him no. You make a deposit with the 2 grand I already gave you, and David insisted I deposit money through PayPal or buy a gift card, and I told him I don't do those things and don't stress. Just sell the car to your other buyer. I'll just find another. He said okay, and I asked him why FB doesn't have your real name on it. If I hadn't seen your profile picture, I wouldn't know your account. David asked if I was sure I didn't want to buy the car again, and I told him, I'll be okay. If you have it on Monday, then I'll buy it at your office. And he asked if I needed anything else for the office, as I'm buying supplies for the weekend. David then suddenly needed something for the office, an Apple gift card worth $300. I told him, sure, no problem. I'll come by the office shortly and pick up the money, and then I'll go buy the gift card. But David insisted I buy it right now. I told him I would go by his office to get the money from you and then go get the card, but David kept saying, just go buy it, snap the back, and send it to me here. I told him I have to have the money ready, so we'll go ahead and head to your office. David said, just go get the card, and I told him no. I'll get the money from you first, but now David was suddenly not around, and I should just go buy the card, snap the back. I told him, okay, I'll get the cash from you on Monday, and then I'll go get the card. No worries. David said no, and he needs the card right now. I told him, well, then go get it yourself, but he insisted he wasn't around, so I told him to have your wife go get it, but for whatever reason, she wasn't around either. I told David I don't have the cash to buy a card, and David got nasty with me, asking what I was doing. Why am I doing this to him? Why don't you want to go get the card? And I told him, I'm willing to, but you need to give me the cash first. David then started begging that he needed the card now and just go get it. I told him I would, but I need your money first to buy it. David started yelling at me in chat saying, "Stop lying to me." And I asked, "Oh my gosh, what is wrong with you?" David said, "I'll pay you back later. Just go get the card now, now, now." David said to ask people for money. "Just go get it. He'll pay me later." I told him, "No, I don't have anyone I can get the cash from, and it's $300. That's a lot of money. People just don't have that kind of cash to hand over." "Don't worry, David," I told him. "I'll be in your office Monday and we can exchange the cash and I'll go buy the card then. Let me know when you're home." I waited a bit and told David that we got your card, but we threw it through the mail slot in your office. David got mad, saying that he told me to snap a picture and send it here in the chat, and I told him that I already sent it through your office mailbox. Don't worry, the card is in your slot in the office. I told David to have your housekeeper go get the card. David got annoyed and insisted that I snap a picture and go get another card and snap the picture. "Show it to me here." David was mad, saying he doesn't want to wait till Monday and he needs the card now, now, now. I told David, "Well, you work on Monday, get it then, you'll have to wait." He ended up blocking me. We'd like to thank this lady for sharing her encounter. These gift cards are something that scammers are just demanding at this point. They're not even asking. Some of them are just demanding you go and do it, and they want the card right now. Remember, gift cards are as good as cash to a romance scammer, and when they ask you to snap the picture of the back of the gift card, the moment you send them that picture, that card's already spent. If anyone asks you for gift cards online, simply block them. It's going to be a scammer. Until next time, stay safe.